and blockchain is creating new possibilities. Digital platforms are bringing people together from across the world, and communities are becoming stronger than ever before. But one thing remains constant. So success always belongs to those who are willing to learn and adapt. And friends, many people spend years waiting for these opportunities. But successful people understand that opportunities don't simply arrive, and they are discovered by people who stay open-minded and prepared. That's why an event like today's session is so important. So, because sometimes one presentation can inspire a new vision, and one meeting can create a new connection. One conversation can open completely new chapter in someone's life, and perhaps some of you listening today, this session may become one of those moments, and I personally believe that every person has incredible potential within them. Sometimes that potential remains hidden because people are surrounded by negativity, and sometimes people stop believing in themselves because of temporary challenges. But the truth is that growth begins the moment we decide to think differently. And growth begins when we start learning. So growth begins when we surround ourselves with positive people. And growth begins when we become part of the community that encourage us to move forward. And that's why I'm excited about what AVAGEN Club represents. It represents innovation, it represents education, it represents global collaboration. And most importantly, it represents people coming together to create something magnificent. And friends, one thing I always tell people is that your future doesn't depend on where you were born. And your future doesn't depend on your past mistakes, and your future doesn't on the discussion you to make today. And every successful person started somewhere. Every successful person faced uncertainty, and every successful person faced challenges, but they kept moving forward. That's why I encourage everyone here today to listen carefully and take notes, and stay open-minded, and allow yourself to see the possibilities and may exist beyond your current circumstances. And I truly believe today's session will be inspiring, educational, and valuable for everyone who joining us. So, and now, friends, it's my privilege to introduce the person who will guide us through today's special presentation. And he is highly experienced blockchain engineer and technology professional with deep expertise in emerging technologies, blockchain system, digital innovation, and future-focused solutions. His knowledge, vision, and practical experience have helped many people understand where technology is heading and how individuals can prepare themselves for the opportunities of tomorrow. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm welcome to Mr. Anurag. And Mr. Anurag, the stage is all yours. Thank you everyone for enjoying this session. And I'm again very, very welcome. So Mr. Anurag, so hello.
Hello. Thank you, Miss Julia. Thank you for setting the perfect tone for this meeting. And welcome everyone. And I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Anurag Singh. And basically from the background, I'm a software engineer. And my main forte is that I'm a network engineer. So being from this background and with such qualification, what I have is that root knowledge about the blockchain ecosystem, which many developers out there, many blockchain developers, small-time developers, or any big-time developers, they lack. Because as a network engineer, we are being taught to set up or create a network architecture. We are the people who are responsible for setting up of data centers. So this is what I have been doing for past 16 years. And the main ecosystem in which I was focusing my entire attention was the blockchain ecosystem. So I have been working on several blockchain infrastructures. So initially being was the Ethereum. So I was involved with the buildup of Ethereum during the initial days around 2014, in which when Vitalik was launching the Ethereum, it encountered some problems. And those problems were basically threatening the launch of Ethereum. And because of that, some engineers, a group of people, they came together and started designing a protocol that will basically remove all those bugs. So that protocol goes by the name of Dagger protocol. And Dagger protocol, you can Google yourself if you want to find more about it, was designed by the lead of Mr. Sandeep Nelwal. So Mr. Sandeep Nelwal basically was leading the pack. And as you must, as all of you would know, that Sandeep Nelwal is also founder of Matic blockchain. And he was leading the development of Dagger protocol, and I was also involved with his team. And because of that, the Dagger came into reality, and hence Ethereum also came into reality, and everyone is using it right now. So after that, after the launch of Dagger, immediately Sandeep started building his Matic blockchain. And as he worked on Dagger protocol, he was awarded the Ethereum stack for the building of Matic. And that's how Matic came into reality. And I was also involved with Sandeep during that build-up as well. So I know Sandeep from during his struggling days. So that was my experience basically with the Ethereum family, where basically I worked with Ethereum technology and then Matic technology simultaneously. But then I decided that I should not limit myself to one technology. So I decided to switch the technology. So I switched the stack to Solana. And Solana was basically coming up as a world's fastest blockchain. And why it was world's fastest blockchain? Because it was made on new language. It was built on new language. And that language was called as Rust C. So Rust basically it's an advanced form of computing language, basically which has fast compilation, everything is fast, memory leakage is low. So these are some technical points, small technical points which I'm covering here. But there are not many developers for the Rust language. So I'm one of those developer, but we are in very few quantity out there around the world. So I was able to contribute my expertise in the development of Solana. So because of this, I was able to gain multi-spectrum kind of analysis, multi-spectrum kind of knowledge about all these ecosystem. And being on the root level, I understood all these ecosystem from the bottom. And then came your Binance Smart Chain, Avalanche, and different kind of blockchain as well. But the base was the initial blockchains which had basically come into the market. Like initial base from scratch was set by Solana, and initial base from scratch was set by Ethereum, which basically bolstered the market into going into the hands of common people building on the blockchain rather than the blockchain coming up by its through its own community through voting or something else, which Bitcoin basically is about, where you have voting to make any changes for the blockchain. But here basically Ethereum and other blockchain, they provided an ecosystem for people to build on the chain. So basically, I was the part of that ecosystem. Now, being that part of ecosystem, I decided to impart this knowledge with common people because there was a disconnect between the user and the development community and the ecosystem. So I started giving my services to many companies out there who was approaching community. I was giving my services to many network marketing companies who asked me for the advice, and I started building projects for them. I started building basically all kinds of utilities for them. And along the way, basically, I also gained the experience of the network marketing community as well, and in general marketing industry as well, in the technical sphere. So I kept on basically joining companies after another company. Some company basically they flourished, some company they perished. So I was seeing basically a gap that there is no consistent company coming into the network marketing which is surviving a long time. Companies were coming and basically shutting down in maximum 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. So I was fed up of that because I am not a person who is from the network marketing industry. I'm a person basically who is from the organic industry, from the technical industry. And people like Vitalik, people like Sandeep Nelwal, people like basically your Richard Tang, all these people are basically local to me. But then when I recognized the network marketing industry, basically it was having a gap, that the technical industry was not connecting with the network marketing industry. And this gap was filled by fraudulent people. And once you leave this gap, all kind of fraudulent people, all kind of impersonators will fill that gap by claiming themselves as a blockchain expert, as a blockchain developer, but they were not. So I decided that I should take an initiative and bring a real project, a real organic institution into the network marketing industry. And that institution I was searching for, I never find that kind of agreement with Ethereum. Like Ethereum development community, they were not ready to engage with any public community in network marketing. Like Binance Smart Chain, they were not ready for that. Even Solana was not ready for that. But Avalanche with their current running Team One network, they came forward and they decided that, okay, we will fill this gap. We will take care of the community. We will bring the community. We will show them what is real. So because of that, I decided to be a attache, an attachment, a bridge between the real institution, that is what Avalanche is, and the network marketing community, so that people taste the real project, real institutional success for real. So today's meeting will give you insight, a technical insight, even though it is technical, but a layman can easily understand that, into what we are bringing onto this platform. The presentation will cover all the aspects of the project. It will cover how the project works. It will cover how the project is basically financially capable, how the project basically will provide each and every parameters. It will adhere to parameters. What are the timeline of the project and what is the roadmap of the project? So just allow me a few minutes. I'll start with the presentation. I'll start with the screen share and then I will go over it. Thank you.
कहाँ गए भाई?
Don't speaking.
Technical connection.
Guys, just allow me a few seconds. I am just preparing the screen share for the presentation.
বাংলাদেশের না, নেদার নিয়ে
Please keep yourself on mute at all time. Please do not unmute yourself. I hope the screen is visible to everyone.
Yes.
Perfect. So as you all can see on the screen, this is the name of the project, the AVAGEN Club. And AVAGEN Club, basically, it's a smarter liquidity intelligent ecosystem built for high-speed Web3 execution. And it is built on Avalanche. So moving forward, basically, AVAGEN Club is powered by Hypergen Arbitrage Engine. Arbitrage Engine, basically, it's an innovation of the AVAGEN Club, which is associated with the Avalanche Team 1 network. So the Team 1 network provides opportunity own innovation. I'm sorry for the interruption. There was some problem with the audio. So AVAGEN Club, basically, it's a club which is working on the development of the arbitrage engine, the Hypergen arbitrage engine. And this opportunity is provided to us by the Avalanche blockchain. It's a next generation intelligent liquidity ecosystem, which is designed to leverage cross-chain market inefficiency, AI-powered execution, and structured liquidity movement within Avalanche's evolving economic network. And this all has been possible by the Team 1 network endeavor, which is brought to you by Avalanche. And I am delighted to introduce you the Team 1 team from Avalanche, which is present with us. And basically, they are very busy and their schedule is very tight, but still they have managed to show up for this meeting. And then now they will share their own experiences, what Team 1 network is about. So we will hear from them. And I would extend the invitation to them. So basically now I'll start by inviting Mr. Adams. Mr. Adam is basically the part of the Team 1 Cascade network, and he has been contributing his talent, his vigor, his marketing skill into building the Team 1 network in UAE and Middle East and Gulf. So we are proud to have him with us. And I would like to ask Mr. Adam to unmute himself and please say a few words.
Thank you, sir. Hello, everyone. My name is Adam, and I am a proud member of Team 1 Network. On behalf of Team 1 Network, I would like to warmly welcome each and every one of you to today's AVAGEN Club Zoom meeting. Thank you for taking the time to join us, and we are excited to have you here and look forward to inspiring and informative session. Without further delay, this is my pleasure to invite our respected speaker to address the meeting and share valuable insight with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Adam. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Now I'd like to invite Mr. Paul. Mr. Paul is from Malaysia and he's building the Team 1 network, Avalanche Team 1 network in Malaysia. and he's doing a great job. He's a sport enthusiast as well as blockchain enthusiast as well. So he comes from a multi-dimensional spectrum. I will invite him. Mr. Paul, if you can unmute yourself and please say some few words for the team present here. Mr. Paul, if I can, just looking for you. There's an unmute option there, the pop-up.
Hey, hi everyone. Thank you so much, Mr. Anurag, for the heartwarming welcome. It's an honor. All right, and let me introduce myself. I'm Paul. I'm from Malaysia, truly Asia. All right, so a little introduction about my background. I'm actually involved into sports industry. I have my own business in sport. And also, I've been following closely into crypto technology for the past 8 years, and still learning, being part of it. And crypto never failed to, surprise me every time being part of it. All right, and regarding AVAGEN, I'm super excited. All right, so because before that, I'm a proud member of Team One Network, which is powered by the Avalanche technology. All right, and also I'm super excited to be part of this family. Excuse me. And it's we're gonna be a part of this new program, AVAGEN, which is supported by the Avalanche technology and also blockchain. So yeah, guys. So I feel like just a small sharing. As you know, the future doesn't wait for us. It connects us through this we call a network of family. All right. So with this world biggest Team One network, which is I built this AVAGEN club and community. And I believe visionaries, and also leaders and digital asset lovers, we are going to reunite and create a new era, and we're gonna definitely reach to the entire global. And I would like to welcome every one of you guys who being part of this Zoom meeting by AVAGEN, to part of this family through this community, and definitely we're gonna make it big and sensation in entire globe. All right, so I'm super excited, and I hope you guys are excited as well. And I welcome each of you guys, to be part of family, and let's make it big. Thank you so much, Mr. Nura.
Thank you so much, Mr. Paul. Thank you for the kind introduction of yourself and what you are doing with the Team One Network. So now I would like to warmly welcome Mr. Jacob. Mr. Jacob is from Africa. He's representing the African continent for the Team One Network. And I would like to invite him to say a few words. Mr. Jacob, if you can unmute yourself and switch on your video. We have sent you an unmute request.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'm very excited about this great platform. AVAGEN Club is a good platform. So I think that we can grow together. My name is, so let me just introduce myself. My name is Jacob from South Africa. Okay, so I'm promoting the blockchain network from 5 years now, right now in the market. So from Africa, we have a very good experience and very excited to join this big platform because I'm promoting Team One from sometimes it's doing very great. So I invited everyone here right now to come together so we can try to go to grow together. So okay, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mr.
Yes.
Jacob.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Now I would like to invite Miss Russell. She's from Indonesia. She's basically spearheading the expansion of Avalanche Team Network in Indonesia. We'll share a few things about the expansion activity and some few words about her. Miss Russell, if you can unmute yourself.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everyone. It's nice to see you. I am very excited about this. First of all, my name is Russell. I am from the Philippines and I'm in Indonesia traveling. I'm a professional network marketer, and I love cryptocurrency. And I am also so proud of being an Avalanche Team 1 community leader in the Philippines and Indonesia. So what basically we do here is we are building the gap between developers and the community of individuals. Because as you can say, I know every one of you is into cryptocurrency, right? Like for the past years, like since 2009 until 2018 or until now, there is no community that is um there is no community that is building, like bringing the ecosystem with the developer and the project. Like the community where you are right now, everyone is have their own. The developers have their own, the networkers have their own, and they are doing their thing. They just joined the Bitcoin revolution because they saw the opportunity to make huge money, but there is no connection between the developers and the community. That's why the companies who are building the businesses collapse. But with this Avalanche Team 1, they are building the gap between the developers to the individuals from the day to day anyone can use because of the community that is there. So we are very proud, and we are getting very um, huge numbers of people who are joining the community all around the world. We do have global builders, developers, gamers. We have people who are dedicated in the Avalanche network. So right now, everyone has the opportunity to be part of the Team 1, and in our AVAGEN, I invited every one of you, and I am so excited to let you know that this is a life-changing for everyone, because everyone who is joining right now have the opportunity to change their lives. Because as we all know that building wealth right now, the wealth creation is now in cryptocurrency or in blockchain technology. So which we are right now in a good time, a right company. And yeah, all I can say is that I want every one of you to be part of the AvaGen community or the Team 1. So I am very excited and thankful that every one of you is here to listen, and the choice is yours, the opportunity is here. You are here with the right people, especially Mr. Anurag will be guiding us, and he is one of our mentors, and he is a very good man. So back to you, Anurag. Thank you so much, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Russell. Thank you for such a detailed explanation about the Team One network. And you have rightly highlighted the soul of this network. Why this network is here for, basically connecting the gap between the project, the technology, and the user. And they were but scattered, but now they are coming together because of the endeavor taken by the Avalanche Team One network. So now we will start with the presentation regarding the project. And from there onwards, we will go towards the financial part of the project. And from there, we will basically take up the query. We'll bring up some people basically who are the part of the management, and some people basically who have started joining with us, who have started coming with us, who have started showing up for the project. So just allow me a few seconds. I'll start with the sharing of the presentation. Thank you. So coming back to the presentation, as I explained you about the Avalanche Team 1 club and the representative, they explained you the purpose, the soul of the Avalanche Team 1 club. So now we'll proceed with the technical side of the project, which is being implemented and supported by the Avalanche Team 1 network. So basically, this arbitrage engine is not just another arbitrage which has been brought onto the market in the past. This is an intelligent arbitrage engine which is powered by a very, very innovative AI agent. And this has been possible due to the pool of a developer community which came together to build something real and tangible into the sector of arbitrage. Because previously arbitrage engines were built by people basically with less knowledge or with a less team in hand. So those arbitrage model used to collapse in a bad way. But now, due to this effort of the team one, which is bringing the developer community all together, great innovations are happening in different sector. And one innovation is happening in the arbitrage sector. To start with, some people here must be knowing about arbitrage, but some people are very new to this term, that what is arbitrage? Basically, arbitrage is a kind of a trading mechanism in which basically a person or a bot or a system, it buys an asset for a lower price from a particular ecosystem and sell that asset for a higher price in a different ecosystem. It's different from trading. Like trading is that you are buying basically from an ecosystem. Basically, if you are buying low, if you're buying for a lesser price in an ecosystem and the price increases, so you are selling within that ecosystem. Now, the gap between buying low and selling high is the time. And that time can be large, small, or that time may not come at all, or even the price may go below that. So because of that factor, the trading is totally uncertain. People can make huge losses or can make huge profit. But arbitrage is not trading an asset within a single ecosystem. It is trading that asset within two parallel ecosystems, which are designed to accept that asset. And because of that, the trading is happening in real time in milliseconds and few seconds. And that way, it is guaranteed that the principle involved in buying low and selling high is not under any threat or any risk. So that's a short explanation of what an arbitrage is. And to do an arbitrage, there are two options. Either you do it manually, or either you take the help of the technology, which can stay awake for 24/7, which doesn't need any break, which is intelligent by design. So now with the dawn of AI technology, arbitrage has got an edge now, in which an intelligence has been added, because arbitrage may fail due to some problems, due to some small things which were overlooked by previous arbitrage engine when they were launched into the market. And those problems are like slippage, over distribution of liquidity. So some of these issues used to make the arbitrage unprofitable. But with AI, the arbitrage is completely planned and then executed. An unplanned arbitrage will always result in losses. But a planned arbitrage, precisely planned arbitrage, properly sniped, will definitely gain profit. Or the least, it will not make any profit, but not make any loss at all. So the hypergen arbitrage continuously monitors liquidity pool, swaps, yield mechanism, and cross-chain activity across Avalanche ecosystem. So as we have launched this engine in the Avalanche ecosystem, this arbitrage crawls. It crawls into the entire liquidity ecosystem of the Avalanche. And once it crawls around the entire ecosystem, the AI starts calculating, it starts balancing, it starts detecting any high frequency arbitrage spread. So it starts by monitoring liquidity. It starts by monitoring swaps. It starts by monitoring any yield mechanism happening. It starts by monitoring all the cross-chain activity and optimize for the execution. So this is the ecosystem where the arbitrage takes place. These are the three chains of Avalanche where the arbitrage engine is able to penetrate. So these three chains are X chain, P chain, and C chain. Basically, X chain powers your digital asset. Here is where the native coin of the blockchain resides. The native coin of the blockchain, the AVAX coin, basically resides within the X chain. It can be called as a data layer of the blockchain as well. And even any new token which is created, all that data related to that token through that contract is being basically placed in the X chain. Then there is P chain. P chain manages your validator, the staking system, the consensus system, the network coordination system. So this chain also carries the liquidity, the staking liquidity from the validators who are joining it on a regular basis. And more liquidity is being added and taken out of the system on a regular basis. Then there is C chain, which enables EVM smart contracts, DeFi application, and decentralized automation within Avalanche's scalable infrastructure. So all that DApp, decentralized application, which are being deployed, all that decentralized exchanges which are being deployed are deployed on C chain. And once these applications are deployed, they bring a liquidity as well along with them. And that liquidity also flows out and flows in. So basically, these are the three chains where we see the flow of the liquidity happening within the Avalanche blockchain ecosystem. But only and only Avalanche is the blockchain which allows the arbitrage engine to access the X chain and P chain, because nobody can access the top two chains without any technical alteration. So the Ethereum family or Solana family are only able to allow the arbitrage to penetrate the C chain. Means an arbitrage only takes place between two dApps, two decentralized finance pool, or any DEXs, maybe DEX 1 and DEX 2, different financial market, different staking market, yield farming market. So between them only the arbitrage is taking place. But here, due to the flexible crawling which has been enabled by the Avalanche ecosystem, the arbitrage is able to crawl through all this chain and take care of the entire liquidity ecosystem. And because of this high volatility liquidity ecosystem, a high profit is being generated. So the arbitrage which were happening in the past, we can say they were happening maybe in the backyard of your house. So means you were playing a cricket, or you were playing a tennis, or you were playing a basketball game in the backyard of your house. But then came Solana. So Solana basically it started bolstering arbitrage applications. It started bolstering the arbitrage ecosystem. And with that, more and more people were joining the Solana ecosystem to take the advantage of the volatility, because Solana position itself as a meme coin ecosystem, as a pump and dump ecosystem by the pump.fun website and supporting all those kinds of similar websites. So Solana gained the mainstream in that. So we can say that Solana became a kind of a school ground playground in which you happen to play in a school ground level, in a school level. But now with Avalanche, imagine now that match is happening in a stadium. So now the arbitrage, which used to play in the backyard of the house, then it started playing in the school ground. Now it is playing an international global match in the entire stadium. So because of that, the stadium has a very big reach, very big score can be created, many people. So it's not like real people, it's like a big liquidity can be accommodated. So with such kind of a vast playground, this arbitrage engine is bound to succeed and bound to last long and generate profit. Apart from that, Avalanche is also having another layer. We can call it the fourth layer, or maybe the T layer of the Avalanche blockchain. And that layer, fourth layer, is the Team One network. Because as we saw in the previous slide, there is X chain, P chain, and C chain. All they have is a technical duty. It's a technical standpoint. But the team layer, the community layer, is a hypothetical layer. It's a hypothetical oracle layer, which matters the most, because what other blockchain they fail to do is the connect with the community. And here, this blockchain is taking the community layer very seriously and building the network around the globe. Currently, there are 700 top tier members, and below them, there are millions of members who have joined under them. Then there are 55 countries, basically, in which they are present, and 80 plus universities. So the future of the world are already on board with the Avalanche Team One Cascade network. So Team One is a hypothetical hidden layer, but it matters a lot, because what it is doing, it is connecting the builders, the developers with the real users, as well as real investors, because developers were not knowing what the people need in the blockchain ecosystem. Users were not knowing what is available in the blockchain ecosystem, and investors were not knowing what is profitable in the blockchain ecosystem. So there was what, why, when, always there in this ecosystem. But with the launch of this Team One network, these all confusions are being eradicated. And because of this, a good amount of projects are being launched on the Avalanche ecosystem. And because of this, the primary thing which is basically responsible for the functioning of the arbitrage engine is the constant flow of liquidity. And these are some of the pictures we are sharing with you of the events which are taking place around the world. There are events from Indonesia, there are events happening in Dubai, there are events happening in India, there's events happening in Sweden. So lots and lots of countries are participating. Sorry, we couldn't accommodate all the pictures, but these are some of the collages of the pictures which we were able to accommodate and show it to you all. So because of that ecosystem of X chain, P chain, C chain, and we can call it a T chain, a Team One network, there is continuous liquidity flow. The liquidity is flowing into the system continuously. Avalanche creates continuous liquidity movement through X chain, P chain, and C chain. Why X chain? Because more and more people are building an asset on the Avalanche. Because of the Team One effort, more and more people are becoming validators on the Avalanche blockchain. And because of the C chain, more and more dApps are being formed, more and more DEXs are being built, more and more liquidity movements are there. And because of this multi-layered ecosystem, a generation of sustained volatility is happening, because volatility is not bad. People used to trade in Forex, people used to trade in stock exchanges, but they used to get bored because there was no volatility. One had to wait for a long time in order to come up with a handsome profit. And that was the norm of the market. But then came your Bitcoin. In the initial days, it started making $500, $1,000 a day profit for people. Due to the volatile nature, the crypto and the blockchain industry was appreciated for the volatile nature of it. So with that, there were some planning to build some system which can take care of the volatility automatically with some safety. And those was the system basically where the arbitrage took birth from. And it started its journey with the Ethereum ecosystem. But the Ethereum ecosystem started penalizing the arbitrage ecosystem, because it found it that the market can go one-sided because of that. But that is the nature of the market. It's a decentralized market. You cannot control that. All the decentralized exchanges were talking to each other centrally, and they were centrally managing the price. So basically, it was a de facto ecosystem, and it basically discouraged the arbitrage, which is not right. Though I was a part of Ethereum ecosystem, but I still basically do not agree with what they did in the past with the arbitrage models. But then came your Solana. Solana started accepting with open arms the arbitrage ecosystem, the meme ecosystem, the pump ecosystem. And because of that, Solana now came into the mainstream, and Ethereum family is generally and gradually fading away. So Solana tried it best, but Avalanche went one step further. It embraced the volatility with all its arms and legs, with complete body, mind, and soul. So it's not the body, it's not the C chain, it's mind, the data layer, its soul, the P chain, the validator layer, and the C chain. All are involved to promote the liquidity volatility out there in the system. And because of this, fragmented liquidity pockets are created, and arbitrage windows are always available and open for the advanced execution engine. So here we have multi-chain interaction, seamless exchange, P-chain and C-chain connectivity. Due to Avalanche's flexible approach, continuous flow of liquidity, real-time liquidity movement across the chain we see happening because of investor putting in their money, developer bringing project, user subscribing to those projects. There is volume after volume out there in the project. So there are many and constant windows of arbitrage, advanced arbitrage execution out there for the market and for the arbitrage. So liquidity movement, fragmented liquidity pockets, sustainable volatility, and constant arbitrage are the soul and the power of this ecosystem. So how this system works? So this system works by monitoring, real-time monitoring the price feeds. It monitors the price feed of the DEX, the Oracle, the order book, and on-chain pool and bridges which are out there. And once it monitors the price, it takes the price into its account and then give it to the AI for the further research. Then AI starts watching that transaction, because first you take the input from the blockchain, which is the price feed from different modules. So once that price feed is fed and opportunity is found, a discrepancy between the rate is found, transaction watcher starts watching the memory pool, the pending transaction, and confirmation also start predicting the behavior or the availability for the arbitrage beforehand, before even it happening or the opportunity striking. It also monitors for risk. It takes into account the slippage, because if we pay 25% slippage or 50% slippage, we may end up losing money. But because of the AI, a slippage check is kept. Once the slippage is controlled under 3%, then only arbitrage is attempted. Then liquidity check is there, that how many asset can be traded within the different ecosystem. For example, the opportunity is there for say 10 coins, but you cannot send 100 coins to convert, because that will create loss then profit. Because if the opportunity is there for a certain number of assets, only those number of assets have to be sent into the pool in order for the conversion from low to high. Then there is volatility check. Volatility check provides the prolonged duration, the sense of duration, till how much time that volatility, that arbitrage opportunity will remain in the system. Then MEV protection, all these things are taken into account. Then an arbitrage is basically executed. And this model, basically, it's the finest model out there in the market. And no other model is even close to such model, which is able to do such precise arbitrage execution in an continuous loop. So this is the execution flow, as I told you, that what basically an arbitrage is. So there's step one, buy low. So the model buys low, it acquires asset at a low price on the best liquidity source. Step two, it goes further. It goes to bridge transfer, move the asset between X chain, P chain, or C chain, wherever the opportunity is there, wherever it can sell high. If the asset is getting higher value on different chain, wherever it is, it will transfer through the bridge transfer available with the Avalanche blockchain. Then once the asset reaches there, and that precise amount of asset for which the opportunity is there, then it is sold on a higher price. And once it is sold, the transaction is settled, all kind of fees, bridge fees, protocol fees, everything is settled, and the profit is extracted and the liquidity is sent back to the pool. So net profit is calculated after the arbitrage profit, price sell minus price buy, fees is transaction plus bridge plus protocol fee, then slippage cost is also taken into account, and that gives you your net profit after all the costs. And here what we have is in the dashboard of the AVAGEN club, we have the entire naked console of the arbitrage execution which is happening. Entire thing is visible to each and every user who sign up with the arbitrage AVAGEN club. There you can see all this execution flow happening in real time with real transaction hash, which can trace back to the explorer through the blockchain explorer, from where you can identify the activity, the arbitrage execution, which asset was converted for which asset, where it was moved from where to where, and which chain was involved in that. So basically we have an entire transparent system. So now with that being done, we will take into the account the competitive ecosystem, which is Solana. Right now, many arbitrage projects are being built on Solana. There are many marketing companies which are coming up with arbitrage module which are built on Solana. But here we will compare Avalanche and the Solana ecosystem to understand where the arbitrage will flourish. Because on Solana, you only have the access on single chain. It's a single chain focus, high speed single environment. Liquidity concentration is only limited to one chain. In Solana, there are lots of higher congestion. This blockchain has been notoriously known for higher congestion and suspension in the deposit and withdrawal services for a long time. Then there is limited cross-chain, fewer arbitrage opportunities there, because you cannot access the P chain and X chain of this blockchain. You cannot access the data layer. You cannot access their validator or staking pool out there. So there are very limited opportunities out there. And then volatility, instability, because as the system is only monitoring the flow of liquidity in one layer, it is identifying the opportunity for arbitrage within that layer only. So as I told you, where arbitrage flourishes, the more layers you have, the more ecosystems you have, the more your arbitrage will flourish. And I can tell you from being the technical background, a person from being technical background, and myself have worked on different arbitrage model, one being Furcomb, which I was working on, and which was powered by the flash loan of Aave protocol. So I have tried my hand for a long time on many arbitrage model, and coming from there, when I see such type of model coming up, I feel proud and I feel relieved that someone or some ecosystem like Avalanche was able to provide what was really needed for the arbitrage model to thrive and survive for the market and generate long-term profit and liquidity for the market. So here we have is multi-chain advantage, structured liquidity, lower congestion, cross-chain opportunity, and sustainable arbitrage. So friends, that was regarding the arbitrage, the project, the technology, and the thinking behind it. So the vision was to improve the arbitrage, to give an improved arbitrage engine, a long duration, long-term profit generation engine for the market. And this has been now possible because of the Team One network. So now coming to the financial side of it, what that arbitrage engine is generating for the people and how people can participate with this arbitrage technology. So here basically the entry level liquidity, basically it's an energy which has to be input into the system. So once a liquidity of say minimum $100 is being input into the system, 1 to 2% daily range of profit is being generated and imparted to the user. Minimum requirement is $100 and maximum you can go to any unlimited amount of liquidity. So Once the liquidity is activated into the ecosystem, AI execution starts happening from then and there, and rewards are generated continuously. But as per the calculation from the backend, around 1 to 2% are being generated. It will never go less than 1%. So it's 1 to 2% ranges daily. And it is happening because of the entire ecosystem access within the Avalanche blockchain. So apart from that, basically, if you are an investor, you can basically invest and start getting your return on investment on a regular basis. But if you would like to involve your people, invite more and more people to take the advantage of this once in a lifetime opportunity, because such kind of arbitrage model or such kind of module, they never come all the time. So it's a very, very limited time window for people to join and people to come together in this endeavor and this startup point of this project. So if you refer anyone directly, so you also stand to gain from it, and you gain around 5% of that liquidity from whatever he is investing. So that will be basically sent to you, sent in your wallet. And if you decide to further grow your wallet, further grow your network, and you decide to take up as a career or as a working model for you, or as a side working, hustle for you, so you can start taking the advantage of the 15 level of the energy distribution of this AVAGEN club ecosystem. So here you have 15 levels of income which is available, and this income basically is the profit on profit income. So whatever the profit is being generated by the tiers, by the peers which you have recommended, so you will get a certain percentage of that profit which is being shared with you. So here we have different level and different percentage shared amongst the network. So here on level 1, basically, if you have any person on level 1, and so whatever he is earning, from his earning, you get around 15% directly credited to your wallet. And your self requirement for this is the minimum package, which is there of $100 to exist. Your ID should be activated. Then only you will get the benefit from the level 1. Then for level 2, basically your self ID is required at $200. So once you have completed this requirement, you gain around 10% from the level 2 into your wallet. And basically your direct requirement is for at least 2 peers to be joined under you. So it is a 1:1 level. And for level 3, you require around $200 of your self investment. So once you have completed a self-required investment of $200, you can access up to level 4. So you can access from level 2 to level 4 on self-investment of $200. Then comes your level 5, and level 5 opens once your self-investment reaches $500. So once you reach around $500, your level 5 opens, and from level 5 till level 10, entire levels are open. But again, you require one more parameter to be completed, is having those adequate directs as well. So for example, if you have to go 15 down, you have to go 15 wide. So if you have to access the 15 depth, you have to go around 15 wide for yourself. So here basically on $500 of self basically requirement, and having that many as direct, you can open to level 10. And then coming on to level 11, for level 11 to level 15, you require a self-investment of $1,500. And once you complete that, you can access till level 15. So with basically, or if you start with the package of $1,500, all the levels are open for you. You can access up till level 15. So you just need to complete the direct requirement out there. So you can, as you can see in the entire level tally, good and handsome distribution is being offered by the club, so that if whatever efforts you are making, all those efforts are properly rewarded. Now comes the community reward program. So that was a kind of a mechanism where you can create your structure, where you can bring in people, you can place people under you, and you can manage them, and you can basically take care of all your earnings, from where you are earning, from which level you have to open, which level you have to work on. So now coming to the reward tier. And reward tier, we have a rule of 50-50 balance rule and milestone available. So here, basically, in order to gain a reward, in order to basically qualify, go further than the level income, go further than the direct income, you need to match 50%. You need to have 50% of the income matching from the stronger leg and 50% of the income matching from the weaker leg, from the other legs. And that minimum income to match is $1,000. So minimum $1,000 and so on. Basically, a company has laid down a roadmap for that. So here is an example. For example, if you come and achieve an entry level pair, 1,000 each, so you set to gain a bounty of $100 and 8% the income as a proof of fund. Basically, POF is a proof of fund. So whatever fund is below you, whatever fund is from your team, and whatever fund you are eligible to count as, from that fund, 8% will be calculated. Like whatever their income is, whatever their business is, from that 8% will be calculated and credited to your wallet. So $100 as bounty and 8% of the business volume will be credited to your wallet as a milestone reward. And similarly, there are different kind of pairs. It can go up to $10 million. So this is the reward ladder. The reward ladder starts at $1,000, then 5,000, 15,000, 40,000. It goes up to $10 million. From here, basically, reward jumps to different tiers, and all these tiers are separated by differential. So it's a differential plan. So as a person below you, if he achieves a particular tier and you are lower than his tier, so he is the one who will take the advantage of the business which is coming below him. So it encourages competitive movement within the entire generation model. So here, for example, if a matching is of $1,000, 8% you get from the business volume and $100 is your bounty. Then it goes from 10%, 12%, POF 14% of the business, up to 30% of the business volume you can gain for yourself at a network size of $10 million. So it's a kind of a very lucrative reward ladder which has been put forward by the club. And here are the terms and conditions, basically. For level income, one direct, at least $100 minimum of each level, and self top up is compulsory. To reduce the distribution and to reduce the dead level and dead wheel, the company has implemented this system so that the eligible person gain the eligible reward. The reward criteria from each cycle is 50% from the qualifying volume from storm leg and 50% from the weaker leg. All this is calculated on the 30th calendar day of the month. So on the 30th calendar day, your matching income will be calculated. According to that, the bounty and your the proof of fund, the business volume profit percentage will be allocated to you on the 30th day of this month. And from the withdrawal and network side, minimum fees is $10. We have to correct this thing. It's 10%. Minimum withdrawal is $10. It's multiple of $10. And the processing fees of that withdrawal will be 10%. Admin fees will be deducted from every withdrawal request. So the minimum withdrawal is $10 and in multiple of $10. For example, if you have to withdraw more than 10, then you need to have another 10 with you. So you need to withdraw $20. You cannot withdraw around 16, 15, 11, or $19. You need to have withdrawal available or balance available in multiple of tens. So that is the criteria. 10% admin fees is applied on each and every withdrawal request. Processing time frame is 24 business hours. So within 24 business hour, generally the withdrawal is processed, or maybe much faster than that. There is 500% 5x cap rule. So from your entire total earning from your return on investment, your referral, your level, salary income, and reward. If the total of all these income, except for any bonanza which may come in the future, if it reaches 500% of your initial active package, your account will be capped. A retop up renewal is required, is compulsory to continue the earning. So this is the cap on your earning. Once it reaches, you need to retop up after that. Payment accepted within this ecosystem for this bot is USDT TRC20 and USDT BEP20. There is a bridge in place between the Ethereum family so that at least to provide stability to the people in terms of deposit, a bridge between BEP20 and Avalanche blockchain is kept, so that right now there are very, very less availability of AVAX and USDT Avalanche. So BEP20 is being accepted and then converted and sent to the Avalanche ecosystem liquidity pool for to be traded by the Arbitrage bot. So our Gen Club is about high speed and high profit arbitrage execution, which is built on Avalanche, a different approach altogether, because this in itself signifies generation. What the marketing industry has been lacking for a long term was a generation model. Generation model was not coming on the podium. People were working on innovation. People were working on transformation of the ecosystem. But the marketing side, the affiliate marketing, it doesn't wait. It doesn't have time. It doesn't have patience for that. Because innovation, you need to burn money. You're not creating any money in the innovation. So the only thing which can bring you quick generation is a smart utility, and arbitrage is a smart utility which ensures quick generation, constant generation, and it fulfills the earning requirement of the people and the lifestyle of the people for which people come into the network marketing sphere. Because this is not an organic sphere. This is a sphere where people make quick money, they make good money and make big money. So we need to match the technology with that. We need to be true to ourselves. This ecosystem cannot support innovation, but with the right permutation and combination, a good generation, constant generation, and real generation can happen and will happen, and people will remember this for years to come. So with this, I will conclude my speech, and I hope you have understood about the project. And if you have any query, you can connect with your upline, and with your upline, you can call them, you can ask them any queries, and those queries will be sent to me, and I will personally answer the query, and I will also consult Mr. Kevin if any query I am unable to resolve. So we are available at your disposal at all time. And now, before concluding the meeting, I would like to invite few leaders, basically, who can start by sharing their experience after coming to know about the Avalanche project, after reading the file and PDF, after hearing this meeting. So we will start with few guests right now. Allow me a few seconds. I will curate the list and then we'll start inviting people one by one. Thank you so much. So I'm back. So we'll start by inviting Mr. Kevin first. So Mr. Kevin, if I know your schedule is very busy, but before going, if you can say a few words of encouragement and motivation to people present out here, so they will be really grateful for that. If you are present, I would like you to unmute. I'm afraid Mr. Kevin had some meetings out there with the technical team, Team One Network. I've just received the message. So he's attending the Team One channel right now. Some meetings are going on as this is a global launch. So they are working both sides because Mr. Kevin has to also work with the Team One, the organic side of Avalanche as well as the networking side as well. So in our future meetings, we'll see him participating for a prolonged amount of time. So with that, now I'll start by inviting some of the greatest leader present out here, and start taking their inputs as to what they feel about the project, what they like about the project, or any suggestions which they have. So I'll start by inviting our guest, and I'll start with the greatest of all, Mr. Sumit Sonkar, one of the greatest leader in the network marketing industry, one of the veteran leader from whom I'm inspired as well. So Mr. Sumit Sonkar, if you can unmute yourself and please say a few words. Okay, we'll call him. We'll send him the message so that he basically take the call into the account. And now I would like to invite Mr. Sheraman Singh, if you are present here, and I'll send you an unmute request. If you can say a few words regarding the project. Mr. Sheraman Singh is a greatest veteran leader from Punjab, and he's having the greatest team in Punjab and global around the world. He has worked with many fast plans. He has worked with many systems in organic and network marketing industry, and he's covering extensive amount of global reach for us. Uh, Mr.
थैंक यू
Sheraman,
वेरी
I've
मच अनुराग सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच। वेलकम वेलकम,
most
बहुत
welcome,
बढ़िया
sir.
सर।
Most welcome.
मैं थोड़ा हिंदी में चलूंगा क्योंकि मेरे आज लीडर आए हुए हैं काफी। तो
जी
जैसे
जी
मेरे को इस प्रोजेक्ट के बारे में पता लग चला कि अवलांचे की T1 है साथ में, और
जी
मार्केटिंग टीम है, केवल जी है आप, और बढ़िया लगा। और आज जैसे हमने पूरा प्रोजेक्ट रीड आउट किया कि कैसे इसका सर्च इंजन काम करता है और कैसे कैसे ये लोगों को आगे लेके जाएगा, और रियलिटी में लोगों को बताया कि ये भी हो सकता है। और एजुकेशन जो उनकी एकेडमी है अवलांचे की, वो उसके साथ लोग जुड़ेंगे तो काफी नॉलेज लेंगे इस चीज की वजह। सभी दोस्तों भाई भाइयों को बेनती है कि हम मिलकर इसमें बड़ा काम कर सकते हैं। और ये एक नेटवर्किंग मार्केटिंग से हट के थोड़ा सा प्रोजेक्ट है और आने वाला फ्यूचर है हमारे लोगों का। तो वेलकम है, बड़ी खुशी है कि मैं T1 के साथ जुड़ा हूँ। थैंक यू वेरी मच सर।
परफेक्ट सर, परफेक्ट। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर शेयरिंग योर एक्सपीरियंस आज के प्रोजेक्ट के लिए। और यही आपको बताना चाहूँगा, जैसे आपने कहा है कि अवलांचे जैसा इकोसिस्टम जब इसके बैकिंग में खड़ा है तो ये बिल्कुल अलग प्रोजेक्ट है, और आज तक ऐसा प्रोजेक्ट कभी मार्केट में नहीं आया है। So, friends, I'll translate for you. Mr. Sheraman is so much excited to see real organic institution backing a community project for the first time, and he is very excited. His team members are very excited to participate in this. So, without wasting further time, I would now like to invite Mr. Talib Hussain Kasana. If, sir, you are here, please, if you can unmute yourself. Mr. Talib Hussain is a veteran leader with teams extending from India to entire Latin America, Southeast Asia. He's a veteran leader which has inspired many global community around the world and have brought many good projects to the podium of network marketing. Talibji, I have sent you an unmute request. If you can say a few words. Are you there, Talibji? I think he's unable to unmute, maybe. But now I'll call my one of the greatest leader, one of the greatest mentor. Even I am inspired from him. One of the greatest presenter, performer in the network marketing industry, innovator, I can say, because he understands innovation very, very deeply. And he is the right person basically to understand this pitch. And as he has heard the entire pitch, so I would like to take a response from him. So, how you like the presentation and the project? Please, if you can share with the people present out here. I'm unmuting you right now. I'm sending the yes. Please say you can unmute yourself.
Hi, thank you, sir. Thank you having me here. It is privilege to for this entire beautiful session. I would definitely congratulate and giving you my all best wishes, and I'm feeling very excited, even proud to be a part of this absolutely amazing Zoom session. I have heard the way you explain everything, and I'm feeling very fortunate, looking forward to become this part of this Avalanche club. This is absolutely amazing opportunity, guys. I'm definitely. I'm before I speak proceed. Let me tell you about myself, guys. This is Sumit. Basically from India, but I put up in Dubai, and I've been in this industry since more than a decade. And I'm currently running my real estate company from Dubai. But when I just get to know about this project from no other than my great mentor, my brother, Mr. Anurag, and Kevin, of course, all veteran leaders from Malaysia and Philippines. So all quick, I took this decision, and I keep approaching my all investors, my leaders throughout world, and I'm so excited for this meeting, and I'm feeling very fortunate uh, because you invited me here in front of this beautiful audience. मैं बहुत खुश हूँ. मैं हिंदी में भी अपने लोगों को ये मैसेज दूंगा इंडिया में. और क्योंकि इस तरीके की अपॉर्चुनिटी बहुत कम देखने को मिलती है, जहाँ पे एक बहुत बड़ी फर्टिनिटी के साथ एक बहुत बड़े ब्लॉकचेन इकोसिस्टम के साथ जुड़ने का मौका मिले, और वहां पे हम अपने आप को बड़े लेवल के ऊपर ले जा सकते हैं. तो यहाँ मुझे अपने आप को फील हुआ कि मैं अभी कोई डिसीजन ऐसे ही नहीं लूंगा. आई हैव टू थिंक ट्वाइस एंड कीप ऑन थिंकिंग कि मुझे कुछ ऐसा करना है जहां मैं और मेरी टीम, मेरे लोग, मेरे इन्वेस्टर सेफ रहे. जब मैं अनुराग सर के साथ इस पूरी डिस्कशन में आया, एंड देन आई डन ऑल टाइप ऑफ ड्यू डिलिजेंस, मैंने सिस्टम देखा. क्योंकि प्लान सर थोड़ा टेकी है, तो मुझे आपकी बहुत बार मदद लगी. हमने जूम मीटिंग पे भी कई बार डिस्कशन किया, मैंने अपने पार्टनर्स के साथ भी डिस्कशन किया कि इस तरीके का ब्लॉकचेन का 3 चेन सिस्टम, इस तरीके की आरओआई, एंड देन ये ब्लॉकचेन बेस पूरा आर्बिट्राज मेरे लिए बहुत न्यू एक्सपीरियंस था. बट ऑफ कोर्स एक नई थीम और एवलांच का इतना बड़ा टीम वन नेटवर्क का पार्ट बनना अपने आप में बहुत बड़ी बात है. तो द मोमेंट आई गॉट दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी, मैंने सोचा कि भाई मैं तो उसको करने वाला हूँ और पूरी दुनिया में इसको प्रमोट करूंगा. और यहाँ तो ऑलरेडी माहौल बना रखा है सर आपने. तो थैंक यू सो मच फॉर हैविंग मी हियर इन दिस ब्यूटीफुल जूम सेशन. आई वुड डेफिनेटली गिव यू ऑल my best wishes to all of you, especially to management. Thank you, management, to giving this opportunity. I'm overwhelmed. I don't have word. I'm feeling so excited. अब मैं धमाल मचाने की तैयारी कर रहा हूँ सर. इंडिया के अंदर हिंदी की प्रेजेंटेशन की भी तैयारी करेंगे हम लोग अपनी टीम के साथ मिलकर के. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर हैविंग मी हियर सर. It is a pleasure for me. Thank you guys. Thank you all of you. Thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you so much, Sumit sir. It's an honor, really an honor that you like this project. And there are many more.
सर मैं तो इतना एक्साइटेड हूँ कि मैंने तो अपने आप को अभी से टीम वन नेटवर्क का पार्ट बना लिया है, और मुझे ग्लोबल कम्युनिटी का पार्ट बनना है. आई एम श्योर. और ये मेरे करियर के लिए भी और मेरी ग्रोथ के लिए भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. क्योंकि जब मैंने टीम वन नेटवर्क को देखा तो मुझे लगा कि मैं यहाँ पर ऑल टुगेदर ग्रोथ कर सकता हूँ. टेक्नोलॉजी के बारे में जानूंगा, इवेंट का पार्ट बनूंगा, ट्रैवल करूंगा पूरे वर्ल्ड के अंदर. वैसे तो मैं ऑलरेडी ट्रैवल करता रहता हूँ बाय ग्रेस ऑफ गॉड, बट एक बड़ी फर्टर्निटी, एक बड़ी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ जुड़ना. क्योंकि एवलांच जब मैंने देखा तो मैंने देखा कि एवलांच एक बहुत बड़ा इकोसिस्टम है. और यहाँ मुझे एक चीज अच्छी लगी कि हम लोग कॉइन की बात नहीं कर रहे हैं, किसी तरीके का अब रेट ऊपर जाएगा नीचे जाएगा, वी हैव टू इन्वेस्ट अवर मनी इन कॉइन, यू नो, एंड इट गोज अप एंड डाउन। यहाँ पे ये मुझे एक चीज बहुत पॉजिटिव लगी। दूसरा, जो आरओआई ये लोग दे रहे हैं, बहुत अच्छा आरओआई है, मार्केटिंग प्लान बहुत अच्छा है, अच्छा नेटवर्क बन पाएगा। और ऑफ कोर्स जब आप एक इस इतनी बड़ी कम्युनिटी के साथ जुड़ते हो तो ऑल टुगेदर आपकी ग्रोथ होती है। तो मैंने तो पहले दिन से डिसाइड कर लिया था कि आई वांट अ पार्ट ऑफ टीम वन नेटवर्क एंड एवलांच क्लब, एंड थैंक यू सो मच सर, आपकी ये अपॉर्चुनिटी मेरे तक पहुंचाने के लिए। और अब धमाल मचाएंगे सर, इंडिया के अंदर, पाकिस्तान के अंदर, बांग्लादेश, दुबई, सब जगह से टीमें आएंगी, देखते रहना आप भी, हमारा मजा आएगा सर।
परफेक्ट सर, परफेक्ट। आपने बहुत अच्छे तरीके से इसको आउटलाइन किया, क्योंकि ये जो अपॉर्चुनिटी है, मतलब एक रियल इंस्टीट्यूशन के साथ काम करना, और इस इंस्टीट्यूशन के साथ जो कम्युनिटी आएगी, एक तरीके से कहते हैं ना, ब्रेथ ऑफ फ्रेश एयर है। मतलब एक ऐसा इकोसिस्टम जहाँ पे कहते हैं ना, पहले से कोई पुरानी हवा ट्रैप्ड थी, स्टेगनेंट थी, पंजेंट हो गई, बट अब जो ये कहते हैं ना, जो एक नई लहर आएगी, ऑर्गेनिक मार्केट जब पूरा इसके अंदर समाहित होगा, उससे क्या वंडर्स होने वाले हैं, मतलब अब दुनिया देखेगी इस चीज में।
सर मैं
थैंक यू सो
लिटरली
मच।
काफी टाइम से ये सोच रहा था, मैंने देखा अपने चारों तरफ कि इंटरनेट पे बढ़िया माहौल बनता है, कंपनियां में लोग पैसा भी बनाते हैं, मेरे आसपास के लोग पैसा बना रहे हैं, बाहर
बिल्कुल।
जाते नहीं है, घर पे बैठ के ट्रेडिंग करते हैं, जूम मीटिंग अटेंड करते हैं दिन की 2, और सर उनको डेली का $1000 $2000 आ रहा है। मैं पिछले 4 साल से सेम पैटर्न को फॉलो कर रहा हूँ, मैं लीडरों को मिल रहा हूँ, जा रहा हूँ, कभी दुबई, कभी थाईलैंड, कभी इंडिया, और यकीन मानिए इतना पैसा मेरा खर्च हुआ, ट्रस्ट भी ब्रीचेस हुए, बहुत सारी चीजें हुई। बट यहाँ मैंने एक चीज देखी कि सिस्टम ने इस तरीके का इकोसिस्टम डेवलप करा है कि मुझे मजा आया। मैंने देखा पर्सनली कि जूम पे बैठ करके आराम से एक रूम में हम काम करेंगे और नेटवर्क बनाएंगे और पैसा एंजॉय करेंगे सर। तो बहुत मजा आने वाला है। थैंक यू सो मच सर, थैंक यू, थैंक यू सो
थैंक
मच
यू
सर।
सो मच सर, परफेक्ट थिंकिंग। बिल्कुल, देखिए क्या होता है ना, कि जब आपके पास ऐसा जनरेशन मॉडल आ जाता है, जो कि कुछ इंस्टीट्यूशन अपने पास प्रोप्राइटरी रखते थे, चाहे आज के डेट में ब्लैक रॉक हो गया, आपका गोल्डमैन हो गया, ये लोग भी आर्बिट्राज के, इनके पास में ये मॉड्यूल्स हैं, बट ये प्रोप्राइटरी रखते हैं, या कोई बहुत बड़े बिग टिकट इन्वेस्टर्स को देते हैं उनके लेकर के। चाहे इनका अलादीन मॉडल है जो 100 करोड़ प्लस में जाता है, चाहे कोई डिफरेंट डिफरेंट फॉरेक्स मॉडल्स हैं आर्बिट्राज के जो 2 मिलियन प्लस इन्वेस्टमेंट में जाते हैं। बट ये एक तरीके से क्या है ना, कि डेमोक्रेटिक एक मुहिम है फ्रॉम द आवाजन क्लब, कि सभी इस ऐसे मॉडल पे, जो कि एक कहते हैं ना बिग इंस्टीट्यूशंस रख पाते हैं, बट आज एक कॉमन मैन के हाथ में जा रहा है। तो थैंक यू सो मच सर, और हम मिलकर बनाते हैं इसको इतिहास। हाँ, मैं आपको एक बार अनम्यूट कर देता हूँ फिर से, सॉरी आपका म्यूट हो
हाँ
गया था।
सॉरी, मैं एक बार गलती से म्यूट हो गया। मैं चाहता हूँ, मेरे एक
जी
और दोस्त है, मैंने उनको बुलाया था,
जी।
ही इज अ ग्रेट पर्सनालिटी। बेसिकली वो
परफेक्ट।
ज्यादातर मलेशिया और इंडोनेशिया में रहते हैं, और मैंने उनको बोला कि आपके लेवल का सिस्टम है, आप इसे
जी
ग्लोबली प्रमोट कर सकते हो। और बेसिकली इज फ्रॉम पाकिस्तान, बहुत बहुत मेरे पुराने दोस्त हैं, और बहुत बहुत अच्छा नेटवर्क है। मलेशिया ज्यादातर वो रहते हैं, थाईलैंड रहते हैं। अगर काशिफ भाई आप इस मीटिंग में हैं, तो मैं चाहता हूँ एक बार आप जरूर अपना हैंड रेस करें और 2 बात जरूर करें मेरी टीम के साथ, उन्हें मोटिवेशन दे। काशिफ भाई अगर आप हैं तो एक बार हैंड रेस करें, अपनी वीडियो ऑन करें। अली के नाम से हैं शायद, काशिफ भाई ने मुझे
शायद।
व्हाट्सएप भेजा
हाँ,
था।
मैंने अनम्यूट उनको भेज दिया है। अगर वो काशिफ जी, आप अपने आप को अनम्यूट कर सकते हैं, आपको एक पॉपअप आया होगा।
मैं और काशिफ भाई ना काफी टाइम से प्लान कर रहे हैं, 2-3 साल से सर, कि यार कुछ अच्छा
अच्छा।
सिस्टम आए, कुछ बड़ा सिस्टम आए।
जी जी
और
जी।
दिस इज अमेजिंग सर, आई एम सो ओवरहेम्ड कि ये अपॉर्चुनिटी हमें मिली। आई
नहीं नहीं
थिंक।
सर, ये बिल्कुल बिफिटिंग सिस्टम है, जो बिल्कुल आपके ही वर्किंग स्टाइल को मैच करता है, एंड दिस इज
थैंक
द
यू सर,
राइट
थैंक यू सो मच।
पाथ। मोस्ट वेलकम सर, ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट। काशिफ जी, आपको अनम्यूट का ऑप्शन भेजा है, इफ यू कैन अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ। आई थिंक शायद वो अनम्यूट नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, तो एक बार उनको थोड़ा सा समय देते हैं। तब तक मैं एक बार इनवाइट करना चाहूंगा फिर से एक बार, तालिब हुसैन जी, अगर आप सुन सकते हैं वॉइस, आपको अनम्यूट का ऑप्शन दिया है, इफ पॉसिबल आप अनम्यूट करके एक बार आप सामने आए। आई थिंक वो भी नहीं सुन पा रहे हैं, क्योंकि आज का सेशन, बिकॉज टुडे सेशन इज अबाउट द साउथ एशिया सेशन। साउथ एशिया